Trends come and go, but most of us associate street photography with the monochrome images from the 40s, 50s and 60s. There was just something fascinating about the time where photography wasn't as abundant as it is today. Having a fancy 64 gig SD card that stores thousands of images helps, but quantity doesn't mean quality. Not being burdened by technology like the modern day humans, back then we were more aware, more present to the moment. But it's not just that. Fashion was different, technology was different, and so were the people. People more raw, sincere, not as familiar with cameras and video equipment as people today. But today's challenge isn't about praising how cool folks were back then, or even analyzing anything for that matter. The challenge is to turn back time. The thing we want to achieve today is to recreate the look, and we are going to do that through a combination of observation and technique. So keep watching the video, because that's what I'm going to talk about next. I advise shooting in black and white, so if you are shooting digital, set your viewfinder screen to monochrome if you can. Black and white also aids with composition, removing distractions that color sometimes brings. But on the other hand, this is just a suggestion. You don't have to be confined to monochrome. There has been some iconic color images from the 50s and onwards. Get into the spirit of the era by using the simplest setup. Use full manual exposure and manual focusing. If you have an old film camera, even better. The look we are trying to achieve was captured on film, after all. If not, if you choose to shoot digitally, avoid doing too much in post-production, because again, there were no photo editing software in the 50s. Look at some photos from the past and think about what techniques did they use. Look for the details that point to an earlier age, such as the original London phone booth, traditional architecture, old pubs or shops, and people that wear old-fashioned clothes. On the other hand, avoid everything contemporary you see, like modern cars, Pret coffee, McDonald's, modern environments in general, and overly futuristic cyclists like these two. Think about the narrative. Think of what life was like back then. Use as much context as possible. For inspiration, check out The Americans by Robert Frank. And finally, what did I get by trying this challenge? It took a night and a morning to get these, so what do you think? Tell me in the comments which one is your favorite and why. Also, do you think I managed to portray a different time? I tried to avoid all the contemporary details in the city, but it is quite difficult. London, although being very old city, it is very modern at the same time, so again it is difficult, but it's a challenge that definitely requires more time, so be patient. I'm interested how it will go for you guys. Tell me in the comments, add me on Instagram, I'll add you back so we can see each other's pictures. If you enjoyed the video and you want to help the channel grow, like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much and goodbye.